So I've got to open some things real quick. Where are we? All right. Dude, this so okay. Lots of people DMing me. How do I open the thing? There we go. So this is the image of the Reddit post from Lumi. Okay. So this is about Wildcard Gaming. This is a Reddit post from Lumi regarding Wildcard Gaming. On behalf of the Raid Corps, some of you will already be aware, as our guild drama is often aired publicly. Yes, it is. It's great. Today, the majority of the current Wildcard Gaming roster has or will be G quitting. Please know that we desperately wanted to finish the tier. We had discussions during all the farm before Heroic and before Mythic with people expressing their desire to leave, but repeatedly decided that it would be unfair to both ourselves and much of the guild who committed so much towards achieving a high rank. However, as tensions rise daily and our roster bleeds players that we were critical to kill Jaina quick, the combined misery and frustration has overwhelmed the sunk cost of our efforts. We're not quitting because of the raid hours, however stupid they may be, nor because we feel we cannot achieve a top 10 to 15 world clear of Battle for Desire Law. We're quitting because the thrill of high-end raiding is simply not worth tolerating Sean, and we hope this post prevents others from making the same mistake. Sean has had a reputation in our community for several years, and sadly much of it is true. While there are many choice words to describe him, the most succinct description of him is simply as a narcissist. Sean wholeheartedly believes that his opinions and feelings are more valuable than those of anyone else. Attempting to incorporate or experiment with minor strategy changes was met with stubborn refusal and often escalated to downright verbal assaults. In fact, he considered it an act of kindness to simply not verbally abuse raid members, and frequently reminded us that the guild would cease to exist without him. Last night, after rage logging me to Heroic, Sean approached Alcatrazi, I always say it wrong, about merging and removing a significant amount of the guild. We're simply expediting that process. Strategy was not the only area where the Supreme Leader felt he could complete lack of oversight. He created secret discords with his closest friends that exist almost entirely to trash the rest of the guild, while claiming that he hates cliques in the guild. He's frequently made roster and gearing decisions based on nepotism, spite, and eternally held grudges rather than on what's best for guild progression, only conceding when necessary. He extended raid hours and cut break timers, which is now a meme. He unilaterally increased our net level requirements simply because he was going to hit a higher neck to streaming 40 hours a day, and it would be unfair for him to put in more work than us. Okay. These problems were tolerable before we became Wildcard Gaming. Well, because, yeah, Wildcard Gaming used to be... What were they called before? Easy. I've completely forgot that, right? They used to be called Easy. Okay. So, and I'm reading this first, and then I'm going to go into it, because I have some thoughts myself, and I'm curious what you guys think as well, and I know some people, whatever. Okay, the introduction of streaming giveaways and shock value became cash cows. People who did not belong in the top US 50, let alone top 20 world, were given trials, and on occasion raid spots based on how many M plus or Argus viewer carries they did. Raiders who performed poorly could work their way out of his bad graces through similar acts of atonement. Instead of our splits being done intelligently to maximize our gear for Mythic, we rushed through a day clear of heroic content just for streaming exposure. Our sales will once again manage to complete transparency through our sales will once manage to complete transparency through automated Excel sheets, but starting earlier, stream donators began to creep into our heroic and eventually Mythic runs. No one in the guild has any idea how much gold they paid, if at all, as it was never disclosed, nor did we receive cuts, with the excuse that with the excuse it was going towards progression funds. Sean, when you read this, sorry, you guys can't see this, but yeah. Sean, when you read this, your reaction will be to get extremely defensive, then cherry pick examples that you think count these issues. But know that for every example you have, we probably have 10 screenshots and video clips to support our claims. At the end of the day, it's irrelevant because it's how we feel. We want you to know that while you're a great player and raid leader, you will turn everyone in your life away from you and realize that you're a fucking asshole. Okay. I met Sean at BlizzCon. I personally have no problems with the guy. I had a lot of fun with him at BlizzCon, actually. I had a lot of fun with him. He's very, very fun. I had a lot of fun with a lot of wildcard, including some of the guys that left, right? So I like them all. They're fucking crazy in real life. I don't know what they think of me, but whatever. This is posted on Reddit and it's now been removed because it's viewed as like witch hunting, I think. So, someone yoinked 3 million gold from the Guild Bank as well. Okay. I have a couple of different... Of course you have fun with sociopaths. I mean, what can I say, dude? He was good fun. What a... Alright, his response. Can someone... fuck. I wish links were allowed right now. I'm curious if he has spoken about this. Is this not Twitch toss? No. I don't think so. I'm just reading a post about... I don't think this is at all. Like I said, I have some thoughts on this myself, which is... I'm not sure what Wildcard Gaming is trying to be. I don't know. Are they trying to be a top 5 guild? Are they trying to be a guild that's more focused on streaming? And like community and entertainment? Are they trying to be a guild that like maybe makes some money through boosting? I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to be, and I feel like this is a really common thing, which is when guilds start going up in world rank or whatever, there's always issues like people aren't really sure where they're meant to be. TM Sean post. Okay, let's have a look at this clip.
Donators begin to creep into our heroic. That's not true. What? Yeah, there's some truth to it. No, there's some truth to it, but there's also some things that aren't true. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Okay, so basically the whole post is true. I love that, dude. No, dude, what? This is bullshit. Well, I guess maybe. All right. Yeah, okay, I can relate to that. I've been there before. That's a bitch. But no, so I don't know. It sounds to me like some people in the guild don't like the direction it's going in. That's at their discretion. At the end of the day, okay. Some of these issues, bit of an asshole raid leader. A lot of guilds have asshole toxic raid leaders. A lot of guilds. Okay? Whatever. I think that Sean very clearly brings a lot to the guild. I think that it would be ridiculous to say otherwise in the form of sponsors or whatever, and it depends what the goal of the guild is, right? Like Scripe? No, not holy shit, not Scripe or so. No. I don't know. Like the accusations here are basically just like he bought some people. Okay, the biggest issue that I see here personally is purely just like the potential real money thing with stream donators or whatever. That kind of sucks, and I don't know. Other than that, it's just people's personal gripes, and they're free to leave the guild if they want. I'm curious what'll happen now. I don't know if Wildcard Gaming will continue to exist on any basis. The stated goal was World 5. All actions need to take that in context. Have comments like "Let's wait for nerfs in your raid." I would fucking play the table. Okay, so yeah, and I can kind of understand being pissed if your goal was to be in a World 5 guild and then day one of heroic you like stream your clear with a suboptimal split for the basis of stream views. That's gotta suck, and I definitely feel like there would be. Yeah, I just feel like people like it's very easy to say we're gonna go for World 5 and then not take actions on that basis because it's more profitable for you personally. I don't think it necessarily makes you like a terrible person, bit of an ass or whatever. But I don't know. Hey, this kind of drama shit happens all the time. This is pretty spicy. I'm curious what'll happen next year. Will Wildcard Gaming still exist? Well, no, okay. Wildcard Gaming / Easy has always been kind of a bit of a meme because pretty much every single person I know on US has got that coveted mail-in game, right? You've made it when you log on to World of Warcraft and you see a mail-in game from a level 1 character that just made a character on your server because you have one good log and they whisper you like, "Hi, I'm John from Wildcard Gaming. We've seen your logs and we really think that you'd be a good fit here." Maybe you realize, or maybe you don't, that the mail goes out to everyone who has a pulse on US. Very literally just a pulse. Maybe you need to be I don't know, man, like but yeah, so a lot of people have gotten that mail and stuff. They've had a reputation for a while of like recruiting a lot of people. I didn't get that one. Sorry, you're not good enough. That's the truth. It's not a bad. To be fair, scattershot recruiting with the basis of just trialing people quickfire and seeing who's good can work. I think at a certain point it starts to get like a bit. It's hard if you're not giving everyone a proper consideration. It's hard to assess people because it's really easy for someone to have 2 or 3 bad raids in a row and to completely miss some of the good, like miss some of the gems in the dust. This is interesting. He also pointed out when they all decided to stream, they thought it would be good for all of them, but his channel is the one that took off, and that creates some rifts. I can get that, and that's not his fault at the end of the day. Like I've seen Sean host his guild members and stuff. Like it's not like he tries to like. It's not like streaming within a guild is kind of weird because like at the same like streaming is somewhat competitive. I don't view it that way, but like the reality is. Even it is possible for everyone to rise in viewers, no one to lower in views, right? But there is some like overlap in viewership and whatever, and depends what you bring to the table. But this is why, by the way, for the first World First race, also, it was any money you made on your stream was yours, right? For this World First race, what we did on top of the 18k, 20k we raised for charity, which is amazing, by the way. Thank you so much to anyone at all who donated or even saw it and like spread the word or whatever. It's fucking crazy to like 18k raised for charity. That's impressive. That's really, really impressive. I don't know. Like I said, that's crazy. But 20% of everything every single streamer made is put in a pot and is distributed amongst the guild. And the reason was the first world first race, very obviously, was disproportionate. And Sko, myself, Gingy, some of the larger streamers did very well from that. Whereas some people who can't even stream in the guild, even if they're putting in the same amount of effort into progress and streaming and stuff, didn't really do very well. So yeah, 20% of everything we made, donations, subs, and stuff during progress, is going to be put in a pot. I don't know when we'll sort that out. We'll sort that out soon, I guess. And split between the guild. And I think that this is something we all agreed on, by the way. This is something we like all agreed on, and like was not put to us by officers, by the way. This is something like the players in the guild wanted to do. Like all of us legit wanted to do this because we all felt it was a little bit unfair. And I can completely get like why the dynamic in Wildcard maybe existed like that, because, and it's no one's fault. Like the first time no one was sitting there like, man, fuck Josh. Maybe they were, I don't know. Fuck it, who knows? But no, it was more just like we felt like, it kind of sucks, right? Does Method pay players from sponsor side of money? Okay, I can get into that in a second. Well, I'll get into it right now, which is essentially, I actually had some conversations about this at when I was at Red Bull. I talked to some people within the organization and stuff, and I didn't know anything about esports orgs, right? I didn't know anything at all about them. I still know very little about them. I have very little idea how they make money or anything like that, or what the purpose of them is. I'm kind of an idiot in terms of this. I just turn on my stream and talk shit, right? But what I will say is Method, as far as I have ever been able to tell, and of every single interaction I've had with the people that run it and the people that are a part of it, is as reasonable and fair and honest and transparent as it gets with its people. That's my own personal feeling, and that's not something I'm fucking obliged to say. I wouldn't say it if I didn't have to say it. I don't know. Like, okay, you can like make it a little transparent or whatever. Like, to me at least, that's how they've been all the way, right? That's how they've been all the way. I don't know how they've treated other people. I've never heard of anything about it. Maybe they have. I just haven't heard about it. Whatever. Like, I'm being completely sincere here. That's how they've been to me very fairly. So, in regards to this, does anyone get paid to play World of Warcraft? After each tier, there is a amount of money that is split between all the players in the raid. This is more of a token, as in like no raider in Method is kind of sitting here going, oh, after the tier, I'm gonna get my 4 million and go drive my new Lamborghini. No one is able to live off this amount of money. It's very grateful for the money. It's very generous. And this is, the reality is, no matter how big the organization, whatever is, sponsors, advertisements, whatever, you're splitting this amount of money between 27 people. So anything split between 27, because everyone in the raiding team, apart from the officers, gets the same amount and the officers get a little bit more. And it's there's some performance incentives as well. So it's like, if you had one character and you fully didn't put any effort in, you're going to get a little bit of a lower split than someone who had 5 characters ready to go. It's not like one person gets 1% and one person gets 100%. We're talking like that range there, the full range of that is like 10%. For just being in the guild and like being here and being a player, you're getting worst case 90, best case 100, right? That's the level of difference between the players in the guild. For someone who like had one character, that seems very complicated. It's very transparent. There's spreadsheets and the whole thing. So this is money from sponsors and stuff that is split between the guild. This is laid out very clearly, and it's like a token. Okay, it's essentially like, I'm not complaining about it, obviously, but it is more of a token than anything else, and it's in the interest of fairness, which makes complete sense. Any amount of money. I mean, put it this way: what is 100,000? 100,000 is a lot of fucking money. Split between 27 people. That's like four and a bit, right? And then you're talking about that every 6 days. That's not the amount, by the way, but I'm just giving you a sense of scale, right? Like, even a very large amount of money, right, split between 27 people, and then coming once every 6 to 12 months on a raid tier, right? You realize it's not enough to live off. It's a nice little thing for playing in the guild and for contributing to the guild and whatever, but it's not enough for anyone else. Outside of that, Method does have contracts with some streamers and so on, where they represent an esports organization for Method, so they are part of the MDI team. They have contract. I have no insight into what their contracts are, but I assume they get some payment from the guild there. And some streamers have contracts as well. I do, for example. I signed that recently. So I should have probably read everything, like all the NDAs and shit, but I get some payment from that based on the fact that I represent sponsors and so on, right? I assume. Not anymore. Not after exposing that. No, I'm kidding. But so hopefully that explains. Like, I've no interest in like not being transparent. Hopefully that explains everything. Isn't your dad a lawyer? Yeah. Yeah, probably should have sent that to him. What can you do? All right. And yeah, like I said, Method has been nothing but very, very fair and reasonable with me ever. Sorry, I completely missed this up. Occidental just subbed to me. He works with Method. His name is Trey. This is literally his hoodie, by the way. He gave me this hoodie. I mentioned it. He hooked me up with so much free shit. He was at the Red Bull thing in London. Yeah. This is this guy's hoodie. The guy who just subbed to me. I fully yoinked it. I got some more of his clothes overwear that I stole. He gave me this little dragon thing. Like, coolest guy ever. Really, really friendly. Completely carried me in London because I would have probably been sleeping on the fucking streets and had more money stolen from me. It was great. Slept with me. I slept in his Airbnb. We didn't share a bed much. We did sit on whatever. No, I had a lot of fun in London. Still didn't take the hoodie off. It's comfy as fuck, man. It's good. So yeah, I had a lot of fun in London. But yeah, that explains like the Method thing. And obviously, like, I put it this way: the Red Bull event was amazing. Like, just amazing to be there. The production there was really, really fucking cool. I didn't get pickpocketed or whatever. Is Breaker of Chains the remnants of Wildcard Gaming Call leaving? As far as I can tell, yes, it is. As far as I can tell, Breaker of Chains is... Let's have a look. Who joined? Let's see if I recognize any of these names. I don't recognize those names, actually. But if they're on the leaderboard at this point, they're like 8 out of 9. If they have the same progress, Revo. Oh, is Revo there? I didn't see Revo. Oh yeah, dude. I like Revo a lot. Like no, I like him a lot. I met him with this guy, really nice guy. It's so weird. Like, it's so okay. I'd never been to events before, right? I'd never been like before BlizzCon. I'd never been to anything before. I'd never met anyone from World of Warcraft before. And dude, it's so fucking strange. Like, knowing these players and putting like a face and a personality to a name. It makes me really happy. It makes me really, really happy to like see or whatever. In terms of the remaining progress race, I'm curious what happens now. One sec, let me check. I got 2 DMs on Slack. Let me check Slack. This is the blindfold duel if you want some. Okay, shit. I didn't. Okay, let me have a look at this. I didn't see this. Chris just